Hello, divine, beloved twin flames. This is Stephanie Parasha, Divine Light. I'm coming out to you back on my iPhone because my computer camera is, when I upload onto YouTube, it's taking about 2 hours to upload. So I'm going to go back to this really short, quick way of uploading, which only gives me 10 minutes to get the information out to you. But in some ways that's kind of good because it keeps me focused and on point. So I just want to say, I have been going through a really massive purge and a cleanse. I've had a lot of an ascension flu. I'm picking that a lot of you have been going through this as well. There's just been some massive energy waves hitting us, which has been bringing up and out, obviously, so much. I've had a lot in my throat and my nose and my eyes and my ears and my head. So it's all those upper chakras and obviously coming from the heart. Even my gut's been, I've just been like all over the place. And I got to the point where I had to actually completely surrender and lie down and just stop trying to distract myself and keep busy. I had to surrender to this and just rest and allow whatever was coming through and trying to be released to be released. I had to do a lot of surrendering, so I pretty much had to get to the point where, because I was in kind of so much discomfort in my physical body, I had to say, look, I don't care. I had to let go of the need to actually even hold on, you could say, to my physical body, because I know that, yeah, there's a sort of a human tendency to want to hold on and fight and kind of get better, or, you know, and I just had to actually really surrender to these processes that have been going on in my body the last few days. It's been pretty intense, and amongst all of the physical sensations in my body that's been, you know, trying to clear out, have been some pretty intense emotions that go back to some of my childhood beliefs and the way in which I'm reacting to situations, and the way that people are dealing with me, and how sensitive I am to those things, and really looking at what that is and where that's come from. So again, going into another deep layer of emotional pain, and again coming back to that very same place, which I believe is, if we can really nail this, it solves basically most of the problems of humanity. And I think it just essentially goes back to rejection. So if you've come in as a beautiful love and light energy ball of blob, and suddenly you're being kind of told you're not okay, or you're less than, or you're being neglected by the people that are supposed to love you, that's obviously going to make you feel incredibly awful, and it's going to drop your energy down into feeling unloved. And essentially that's where we all go back to, where all of our problems go back to, is the feeling of being unloved. And I've been watching it, believe it or not, I have to admit, I've started watching TV. It's not normal for me, but it's only because where I'm staying at the moment, I'm actually also staying with my karmic ex, so he has a TV, and I've been watching ridiculous American TV sitcoms, and one of them is The Bachelor, and I know that it's awful, it really is, but what I've been doing is watching how people are behaving on that, and what it all comes down to is, again, that ultimate need for love, and to need to get that externally and to get that outside of ourselves. And I see the behaviours going on of, you know, that neediness, the clinginess, the need to hold on, and the control, and also what happens if they're rejected, what happens, you know, they're suddenly start behaving in really odd ways, and sort of denying, deflecting, manipulating, going off with other people. Like, there's so much behavior in there that just really stands out to me. I mean, it's, in some ways, I mean, it seems like it's a big drama, but it's actually pretty realistic. It's just magnified as to how humans behave. So I think there's a reason why I've been watching that, because it's really brought up a lot of interesting relationship dynamics that I see playing out, which again all go back to that key point of feeling rejected and unloved. Now, what do we do to heal that? We love ourselves always, and we come back into that, and we find that aspect within ourselves that needs to come in and nurture us and feel compassionate love and honor for ourselves. So yesterday I was needing to just give myself a break. I was being really hard on myself in so many ways about the way that I was parenting, the way that I wasn't doing what I was meant to be doing, and getting up and being organized. And I was just heard this voice of literally pretty much my mum and both my parents, you know, and I just went, look, can't I just be sick and feel bad for just one day? Can't I just allow myself one day just to feel, just to process this stuff through my body, to just give myself some rest, you know, just to lie on the bed and sign out from life for a day and just tune into me and do what's right for me. And so I feel like that's really important for a lot of us right now, especially as we're going to be coming into a really big transit, I believe, where we're going to be called on as light workers to help the many on the planet. So that's why we go through this transit first, so we can feel how strong the energies are, and we know what it feels like to have to purge and heal and cleanse. So we do that for ourselves first, and we can only help others once we have done that first. I always give the analogy of the oxygen mask. When you're in the plane, you can't help others or you can't help children until you have got that oxygen mask on yourself first. So please be honouring yourselves. Please don't do anything that is out of alignment with yourself. You know, even at this point, we're being called up like in a really, really strong way. Like I've been shown that I cannot no longer participate in anything that contributes or encourages or basically accepts the current 3D paradigm system. Like I am out. I've been being pulled out of this for a long, long time now, but up and out. Like they're just telling me, you cannot participate in this system any longer. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to be accepted by others. Like this is, again, goes back to that same core wound of rejection that we're constantly needing to receive that validation from outside, trying to fit in, trying to be accepted, trying to be one of the pack. We are not. We are different, and we came here to change this whole system, and we can only do that when we believe in ourselves, when we trust in ourselves, when we love ourselves, and we're holding ourselves in the highest regard. And it takes a lot to step out of that need to fit in, step out of the need to be loved, to be accepted, to be wanted. And so it takes a lot of inner strength, and I really feel for us right now going through this difficult time. It is a very difficult time for many. There's a lot coming up and out, and the reason that's coming up and out is so that we can be in our truth, be in our authenticity, be in the love, be in the light. You know, for many, when we talk about self-love, we don't even know how or where to start for something like this. And, you know, sometimes it's just a small step. What do I need to do now in this moment that shows that I love myself more? And it might feel as if you're being selfish, because it means putting a boundary in and saying no to something or someone, sometimes even our own children. But we have to do this. We have to do this for ourselves. And we're also doing it because we are in service to the divine. And when we're in service to the divine, we first start with ourselves, because we are divine. And if we don't honor ourselves, then we're denying our own precious divinity, and we are denying what was created by the divine. So you see how it works. It's really important. So what else did I want to say about... Yeah, I don't want to get too caught in at this point about anything personalized to do with you and your twin flames. I feel like there's a lot of information already out there around this, that you can go and see so many millions of people doing twin flame readings right now. I just urge you to please do not get too hung up or obsessed on what's happening with your twin right now. I'm feeling, as we go into this next transit, starting from the new moon on the 15th, which is a few days away, and I mentioned that this is going to be a strong one. I've seen, I've got 1 minute to go. Big things happening, storms everywhere. It's intense. Please focus on you and the right thing for you, what is good for you right now. This is the most important as we go through this transit. It'll come out in the wash. It'll come out soon again on the other side. It'll be different. But for now, just honor you and yourself, please, beloveds. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because I'm nearly 10 minutes. And I love you so much. Thank you so much for listening to me. Check out my website if you want to connect with me for a session to help you through. Lots of love and light. Okay, bye for now.